Hi, it's day 29. How about that? I'm a mess. I traveled all day today and I'm back home, so I'm glad to be back in the surroundings of what's familiar to me. Just to preface today, it's about handheld food. How do you feel about that? For me, I can eat handheld food so mindlessly that not I can go through a whole bag of whatever and not even realize that I tasted it, ate it, or anything. And in the book of 100 Days of Weight Loss, Linda Spangle suggests that we put some sort of barrier between our food, and she suggests that maybe eating M&Ms with a fork, or taking some tortilla chips and crumbling them up and putting them on a plate, and then try to eat those little bits and pieces. The other suggestion she said was to put popcorn in a bowl rather than have the whole bag of popcorn, and then after you finish that cereal bowl, if you decide that you want more, then you get up and you get more. You know, some of these seem really silly, but her whole point is that it is really silly. You know, that these handheld snacks can really get the best of you. And now everything comes in a bite size. Seriously. I found, Milky Ways, they're bite-sized. Snickers are bite-sized. Well, you know what? You can eat a whole little bag of bite-size and not realize that you just ate like 4 regular size candy bars. So, really, it's something to think about and figure out what you want to do. The accountability is so makes you really think. And the past couple of days, I look at these and think, oh, been there, done that, I don't want to do it. And I've had to stop myself with that way of thinking to realize that, you know what, it wasn't working for me before by ignoring it, so I better pay attention to all the stuff that I'm reading and put it into perspective, and pay attention and be that committed dieter that I want to be, not the interested dieter that I used to be, but now I'm not. I'm a committed dieter. And as you know, if you've been following along on these vlogs, that I've been pretty challenged with not being at home and trying to figure out my food, and not constantly be in my food, and today has been really hard. I'm on the eve of the first anniversary of my son's death, and I had to drive like 5 hours to get home today. My husband went to Ohio and I came back to Oklahoma, and we're both really struggling, and we're apart on this day. You wake up one day and you're thinking, everything's great, you got a great family, things are going good, you're really excited about how your life is. We were traveling all over the country, and then you get that call that changes your life in ways that you can't even imagine. The old me would have probably gone to Quick Trip and got a few donuts, and then maybe hit Walmart or Dairy Queen. There's 3 Dairy Queens on the way home from Missouri. And cute little side note on that is my son, who passed away. We were driving home from Missouri one day, and we stopped at every single Dairy Queen and had an ice cream. I did not do that today in his honor, because you know what? I used to be that way, and now I'm not. In spite of the challenges in spite of the challenges that the world throws at you, sometimes we have to put on our big girl panties on and deal with it. Deal with it with dignity, respect, and tears. But no food. Seriously, no food, because we're only hurting ourselves when we eat food to comfort that aching heart, that broken heart, that crushed heart. We have to be strong and take care of who we are. And as I've said before, I'm not the first one to lose a child. I have all my parents, and I know several really good friends that have lost theirs. We're at that age where we are losing our parents, and so I don't want to sit here and go, poor me, but damn it, I'm hurting, and it's hard. This is the hardest thing that I've ever had to go through, And you know, I've had some pretty bad stuff in my past. This tops it. But God is with me. My friends are with me. And I have people praying for me. But I'm also praying for myself. And so I'm going to keep on going. And the victory today is that I didn't stop at the Dairy Queen. I didn't pick up any handheld food, because how often when you're on a long drive do you start eating just because it's there? And even though I'm on what appears to be one of the neatest eating programs that I've ever been on, you can still fall into that trap of eat when you're not hungry. And I seriously have not eaten. I have not been hungry since I've been on this new way of eating. And I don't even want to call it a diet, because my commitment is to a new way of eating, not a diet. Because in the past, when I said diet, it was like, well, I can't have it now, but I can have it later. And now I'm recognizing the food that is not good for my body, that creates those cravings and those urges and those addictions, that I am not going to give into. I'm committed to a new way of eating and new way of cooking, new way of shopping. And you know, I don't want to put anybody else at ease, ill at ease, when I'm at somebody's house and they don't have the food. I can always find something to eat that'll be just fine, instead of making a big deal. How often do you have you ever been in a situation where maybe you're with a group of people and there's always that one person that, well, I can't eat that because, well, just keep your dang mouth shut and just figure it out. You don't have to put it on everybody else and tell us why you can't eat what you can't eat. Just have a good time and enjoy the company that you're with. And if you're that person, I'm sorry I said that, but you know, I just get tired of hearing people, but, you know, well, just deal with it. We don't need to know what your butt does. Seriously, we don't need to know what your butt does. Quick joke though. When I was on the keto website the other day, somebody said keto farts can be very deceptive. Think about that for a moment. Anyway, thank you for allowing me into your homes, wherever you're at, and listening to the goofiness, but also, as I hope you get the message that, you know, we just keep going on and learning what we can, and to change the bad habits. And thank you for tuning in. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow on, guess what, day 30. Thanks. Bye. Sorry I look so bad too. Been traveling. Tomorrow I'm going to look a lot better, promise. Bye. If I come on tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will. So, see you later. Bye.